Let's get ready for puppies! Good morning, and welcome to the big show. This is the Canine Cup number 4. 4 because there are 4 legs on all of our competitors today. Well, except that one. But folks, it is a pleasure to be here today. My name is Todd Sullivan. I will be your MC for today. So I ask you, when the dogs are up here, lots of applause. I mean, applause, of course. This is really exciting for me, I have to tell you. Jeff asked me to do this, and I couldn't even get over it yesterday. I got home late last night just thinking about it. I stayed here real long, and when I got home, I had to stay in the doghouse, which was fine because it was a nice night. So I creeped into the house, and I went to the freezer, and I got myself a popsicle, and it was just delightful. It was absolutely delightful. This morning, the kids woke up, and they said, "Dad, what are you all dressed up for?" I said, "I'm hosting the Canine Cup today. What do you want for breakfast?" And they said, "We want Woofles." Woof, Woofles. So we had some Woofles. But that's enough of that. Plenty of time for puns later. So, folks, this is, as you know, pets are part of your family, right? And I think today, maybe some people misunderstood the directions, and they dressed themselves up. But Halloween is on the way, and so we're happy to be here. We're proud to have some returning veterans today, along with some new contestants. So please welcome them. This is sort of like hosting the Oscars, you know. After this, we won't have Oscar winners. We'll have Oscar wieners. And if things go well, you might see me tonight on the K9 O'Brien show. But that's enough of that. But, the Canine Cup just doesn't happen. This takes a lot of effort and a lot of people. First off, did anybody see The Observer, our new resident newspaper? Front page story. They were starving for news after 9 months. Front page story, Canine Cup. And the first question that came out was, why are there 2 dogs on the front? And Jeff, it's just not a nice thing to say. But we thank you for being here. But, of course, now is the important part is to introduce our esteemed judges, who, again, will use the all-popular 4-paw rating system, which, except for the 2012 controversy where the Siamese judge refused to give scores. But first off, the big dog on campus here, Mr. Gary Hibbs, our executive director. And you thought it didn't get any better. We've got Jen Williams, the web news editor from the Catholic Review newspaper. We thank her. She's a follower of Jeff Geddick on Twitter, so she's privy to all this stuff first. And, of course, Adrian Green, the meteorologist from WMAR-TV, Channel 2 News here in Baltimore. We want to thank her for the weather today. We know that was hers. All right, so the competition, it is here, and we have 4 categories with a resident winner and an employee winner in most of those categories. So, contestants, I will call you up one at a time to the stage. We ask that you bring the dog up. And our first competition is going to be for best costume. And this is going to go to the dog that best displays their personality through their attire. And we ask you to come on up and take one stroll around the stage so the judges can see you. And first up, just off the boat, we've got Nancy Huver with Gibbs, her little corgi. I'd say you're a hot dog, but that's just too easy. All right, up next, we have Esther Duguillo and Donna Johnson with Raisin, who is a mixed breed. Looking good, Raisin. Woo! Nice. Little hand for Raisin. All right, next up is Uda Lee, not to be confused by Uda B. And she's got her little Shih Tzu named Petey. I heard a lot of buzz about this one earlier today. All right. How about another hand for Petey? All right, up next, all the way from south of the border, here comes Hector the Chihuahua with resident Ann O'Connor. Maybe it was north of the border at Niagara Falls. Clearly, they were watching WBAL's forecast this morning, and going over the paws in a barrel. All right. Up next is Diane Rose with Minnie Lee, a Pomeranian. My goodness. She Look at her. There you go, Minnie Lee. Minnie Lee. She looks like me on a Monday morning. A little confused, a little wobbly. All right, up next is Marge Yates with Cassie, a Halvanese dog. Oh, wardrobe malfunction. Wouldn't be an award show without one. All right, again, here's Cassie with Miss Marge Yates. Oh, she's so proper. She has done this before. Now that wraps it up for the resident portion of the costume contest. How about a round of applause for all of our candidates? Up next from the employee division, we welcome Cindy Rodriguez with her pug, Isabella. Now, Isabella is a vegetarian, so she'd rather be called a not dog instead of a hot dog. None of that is true. Thank you, Isabella. All right, up next, this is the smaller of the breeds. This is a Great Dane named Earl, courtesy of the Hohenberger family. My goodness. Pepe Le Pew. So, just recently, this is the true story, there was a police report that a Dalmatian had gone missing, and it was spotted 2 blocks away from its home. True story. True story. All right, so that wraps up our costume competition, and we are going to move on to probably the most enthusiastic part of the show, the waggiest tail. So, now, not all tails are created equal. Some are more waggly than others. First up is going to be Bob and Jean Bertling. You will come to the front of the stage, and you will have 1 minute to wag. This is Penny, a Corgi mix. There you go. Nice. That was a whole body wiggle. Wag that tail. Wag that tail. Very good. All right. Shake it, shake it. Here we go. Dee Montessori walking up the green strolling carpet with Charlie Brown. Charlie, come on, Charlie. Come on. Come on, get the football. Oh. Charlie's acting a little more like Woodstock here. A little flighty. There you go, Charlie. There you go. And Charlie is a brown silky. Of course, Charlie's mom was a dancer in Dancing with the Oak Crest Stars, so we know she can shake. There you go. All right. Charlie will now leave and go wait for the Great Pumpkin. All right. One more round of applause for Charlie Brown. All right, up next, Hector the Chihuahua is back to show off his waggly tail. Come on, Hector. Hector the Chihuahua. All right, and then our final competitor in the Waggly Tail contest, coming up with Miss Marcia Smith, is none other than Pepper, the King Charles Spaniel, looking regal in her pumpkin crown. Come on, Pepper, shake with me. Shake, shake, shake. There you go. We're going to move right into the best trick competition. And we're going to start off with Ann Rule. Is Ann here? Oh, here she comes. And this is Lacey, her York Terrier. Tennis ball. Lacey. Lacey calls this trick ignore. Good dog. All right. That was Ann Rule with Lacey. Up next, we've got the Hohenbergers again with the Great Dane, Earl. His trick is going to pretend to be a horse. Giddy up. All right. That was a mouthful. All right, thank you. All right, up next is going to be Zeus, the Siberian Husky with Kimberly Murphy. There you go. There you go. Interesting about Zeus, he was his mother actually was arrested because she had babies on the side of the road, and she was arrested for littering. Yes, that is a sad story. All right, up next is Isabella the Pug, also with Cindy Rodriguez. All right, Isabella, we'll have you back next year. Good to see you. Okay, that wraps it up for the employee division. Now we're going to go to the resident division in the trick competition. So we're going to welcome Miss Hoover. It's like being at the hibachi place. Oh, there you go. Now, a real trick is if you could do what the real Gibbs did and make the Redskins win. Oh, I may have just cost you a point. Nice. All right, Gibbs. Thank you. We want to welcome back Miss Yates. This is Cassie, our Havanese. There you go. Nicely done, Cassie. All right. So that will wrap up the best trick competition. All right. And now comes the big part of the show, the main event. And what we're going to ask is for each competitor to stroll their dog around the stage, and scoring will be based on appearance and style. And make sure you stop in the front of the stage and make sure the judges have a good chance to look at you. Up first is Eva Allen, and she's going to be bringing up Abby, a miniature cockapoo. A 5-year-old with plenty of energy, Abby is known by all as a cute dog who loves her toys. She meets many people while taking walks around Loop Road. And she's looking forward to the new dog park. Thank you, Abby. All right, and we're going to welcome back to the stage Penny with Bob Bertling, and this is a Corgi mix. A rescue dog, Penny is 5 years old, Corgi mix, who loves taking long walks at Oak Crest, sometimes along the fence line. Oh. All right. Thank you, Penny. All right, we're going to welcome Raisin back to the stage, a mixed breed. There's nothing like a game of fetch for her. And rolling over for Raisin, a 6-year-old mixed breed, loves her family very much. And now she's just showing off. All right. Up next, bring him back up. Here comes Gibbs. Very laid back. Gibbs is named after the character on the TV drama NCIS. So he has nothing to do with the Redskins. He loves food and people. He's in the right place. When he moved in, he was actually a Chihuahua. All right. And because the Canine Cup is so important, Judith Kant could not be here, but she wanted Annie, her greyhound, to be here. So we welcome Kelly Friend from our sales office. Annie is a retired racer who's very intelligent. Her owner says that Annie enjoys giving other people comfort, particularly her friends here at Oak Crest. All right, thank you. Kelly, thank you for pinch pupping. All right, up next is Uda Lee, again with Petey. Petey is a fun lap dog. She loves to go out and meet residents of Oak Crest. One of her favorite snacks is a handful of pretzels. But whose isn't? Does she like the honey roasted kind? We're here all week. All right. So calm. All right, Petey. All right. Up next, let's bring Charlie Brown back up. Charlie Brown with D Montessori. Charlie's just a puppy at just 14 months old and has the energy to prove it. He's already addicted to doggy ice cream. Doggy ice cream. Must be like a popsicle. You laughed earlier. It's a real thing. And playfully tries to get acquainted with the squirrels at Oak Crest. There's a squirrel. There's a squirrel. Charlie. There you go, Charlie. Charlie takes Dee for walks. You may know his more famous brother, Snoopy. Come on, Charlie. All right, Charlie Brown. All right, up next, please welcome back to the stage Ann O'Connor with Hector, the Chihuahua. Hector is a dog for all seasons. He enjoys walking, sleeping, and riding in the car, where he serves as his owner's navigator for trips around town. But you have to be careful in the winter, because you just might lose him. All right, thank you, Hector. Very nice. All right, let's welcome back Minnie Lee, the Pomeranian. Minnie Lee is a lovable rescue dog who has brought much joy to her owner's life. She loves to meet other dogs at Oak Crest. And has been cast to appear in Star Wars 7 as a young Ewok. There you go. I need some water. She's a Pomeranian. A mini Pomeranian. All right. All right, please welcome back to the stage Marcia Smith with Pepper, a King Charles Spaniel. Come on, Pepper. Pepper is 5.5 years old, who is a part-time ball catcher and part-time lounger. She loves meeting people at Oak Crest and chicken salad, too. but only from the deli. It's got to be from the deli. All right, how about a hand for Pepper? And of course, let's welcome back Miss Margie Yates with Cassie. Cassie delivered 8 puppies, and then her owners rescued her. Her breeder nicknamed Cassie the Party Girl, and she volunteers at Nottingham Gardens. Thank you, Cassie, everybody. All right, so that'll wrap it up for the resident portion of the competition. Let's welcome back the Duke of Earl, the Great Dane, with Miss Hohenberger. Earl is a gentle giant, a mere 150 pounds, who's also a therapy dog. Earl is involved with Pets on Wheels and visits veterans at the Perry Point VA Hospital. All right. Thank you, Duke. Sorry, Earl. All right, up next, Kimberly Murphy, again with Zeus, the Siberian Husky. That's right. Mush. Zeus is an outdoorsman. He loves to hike, camp, swim, and play in the snow. Zeus will also howl to remind folks that he's a real husky. Ow. He's very popular this time of year. All right, up next, please welcome back Isabella, the pug. A native of Gettysburg, Isabella is soon to be 1 year old in November. She loves the water and enjoyed swimming in her pool over the summer. Thank you, Isabella. And please welcome back Lacey with Ann Rule, a York Terrier. Lacey is an avid ball player, as she demonstrated earlier. The 5-year-old is described by her owner as lovable and smart as a whip. All right. Thank you, Lacey. Now, how about a round of applause for all of our competitors today? It takes a lot of guts to get up here. We appreciate it. All right, while the judges' scores are being tallied, we'd like to invite Jen Swanson, who's our executive director from the Baltimore Humane Society, to come up and tell us what's going on that's new in Reisterstown and how you can volunteer and help, even adopt one of their lovable pets.
Hi, everybody. Thank you very much for having me here today and to be a part of this event. This is so fun for me. I don't get to spend a whole lot of time going out to look at doggy contests, so this is really a unique experience for me, and it's super fun. So I just want to give you a brief history of the Baltimore Humane Society. As I mentioned already, we're located in Reisterstown, Maryland. We're on 365 acres. We have a 343-acre wildlife sanctuary, as well as our no-kill animal shelter. We have a low-cost spay, neuter, and wellness center. And we also have a pet cemetery with free pet loss counseling services. We have some brochures in the back over here if you'd like any more information about our specific programs. But some other things I'd like to let you know about our organization is that we're actually not affiliated with the Humane Society of the United States. A lot of people think that because we have the name Humane Society in our name, that we get funding from them, or sometimes people think we get funding from the county or anything like that. We don't. We're entirely funded by donations and by the services that we provide at our spay, neuter, and our cemetery. So if you would like to make a donation today, we also have envelopes for that as well. We are a registered 501c3. The history of the organization is pretty much in a nutshell. In 1927, in 1927, Mrs. Elsie Seeger Barton got together with some of her socialite friends and decided they wanted to help the animals of Baltimore County. She lived on an estate in Pikesville called Thistletop with her family, and they had kennels there, and they quickly outgrew the kennels because everybody in the neighborhood knew if you found a stray animal or an animal in need, they would just take it to the Seeger estate and it would be taken care of and you would be fine. But she very quickly outgrew that. So they built another location in 1936 at the corner of Old Court and Park Heights Avenue. It was 22 acres, and it was state-of-the-art even for today. It had a 3-story horse hospital, 24-hour pet ambulance service, which, if you can imagine that. And they had all sorts of classrooms and education for children in the area, as well as humane education programs. They had all kinds of arts and crafts programs. When World War II came, they had training on how to handle, in case there were any problems with livestock, if there was to be a bombing in the area. So they did a lot for the community even back then. Unfortunately, in the 50s, they found out that the highway was going to go right through at 695, so they had to start looking for other locations, and so they bought up 400 acres in Reisterstown, like I said, which is where we're located now. That facility opened in 1957. And at the time, Mrs. Barton even moved 800 of the graves from the original location cemetery to the new location. That's how dedicated she was to the promise that she made to those pet owners, that she would take care of their animals even in death. So she was an amazing woman, and I'm very honored to be able to carry on her tradition today to promote the well-being of animals in our community and for the organization itself. As I mentioned, we're a no-kill shelter. That means that we do not euthanize animals due to how long they've been there, or for any other reason other than any medical reasons where they are in need of euthanasia or behavioral issues that we cannot rehabilitate at our shelter. Because obviously we don't want to put dangerous dogs out into the community either. We have to be very careful about that. But we are a no-kill shelter, and that's a very important thing to know about us. Thank you very much, and if you'd like any more information, I'll be here for a little while. I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Thank you so much. All right, thank you so much. That's Jen Swanson, ladies and gentlemen. She's got a table back here, and she does have some donation envelopes. If animals are your thing and you want to support her efforts, that would certainly be great. I know I adopted a cat, and it's been a part of our life for 10 years, so make sure you take advantage of that. All right, so here is the winners. We'll start with Best Costume. If there was a drum roll to be had. Resident Uda Lee and Petey. Come on down! Congratulations. All right, up next we have the winner for the employee costume. Best costume goes to Earl. If you recall, he was a skunk when he's already dressed like a Dalmatian and posing as a horse. You're sort of a chameleon. Oh, hey. There you go. Oh, there you go. There you go. A little sniff for the way out. All right. And the home burgers, and Earl in particular, will also win a $25 gift card. Thank you, sir. It's always good to have you. All right. Waggiest Tail, you recall, only had resident competitors. So the winner of the Waggiest Tail goes to Miss Marcia Smith and Pepper. Come on, Pepper. Shake it. All right. And Pepper, too, will receive a $25 gift card to PetSmart. Oh, such a big day. Such a big day. All right. Moving on to Best Trick. The winner is Marge Yates. There you go. $25 gift card. There you go. You go get a little jacket to match your leash. A little leopard skin. All right. And for the employee best trick goes to Earl for saying, I love you. I love you. Come on, Earl. Come on back up here, you big lovable lug. go. Of course, anybody that has children or grandchildren knows that Earl's favorite show is on the Disney Channel. It's called Dog with a Blog. He loves it. That guy's his hero. Okay, now is for the big one. This is the best in show. This is what we have worked all year for. We've waited and waited. All right. So for the employee winner, you may be able to guess it. Earl, come on down. This may be a first. This may be a first that we have a puppy hat trick. You're going to be, this is going to buy you one bag of food. $75. Earl, thank you. That's what it's going to cost in gas to get you home. All right. And then for the residents, for the whole ball of wax, Diana Rose with Minnie Lee. And for Best in Show, Minnie Lee gets a $50 gift card to PetSmart. You are just the cutest little thing. Yep. Tuck that thing in. Aw. Minnie Lee, ladies and gentlemen, your Best in Show for the 4th Annual Canine Cup. Oh, lots of fans here for Minnie Lee. Well, folks, that's going to wrap it up for us here on the 4th Annual. Who knows what the 5th will bring? So thanks, folks, for being here today. We appreciate your time. One more round of applause for all the competitors.